Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and yeah, once more here in hospital with Jalzahn, where we want to continue our Zodiac weapon. The last time we did this, we finished our Zodiac weapon Novus, and so let's continue here. Soul-glazed relics. I trust you have been keeping well, my friend. As you can doubtless guess, my research into the enhancement of your relic continues. Most recently, I have been delving into the subject of soul attunement. Allow me to explain how it pertains to our endeavor. Through no small amount of effort on your part, your weapon has become host to abundant soul energy. However, it seems to me that the relic is not as powerful as it should have been. It's plainly not benefiting fully from the energy it held. After conducting some tests, I believe I have identified the problem: the degree of soul attunement. You see, though soul energy permeates your weapon, at present, that energy is not attuned to its host. As such, much of it remains latent and untapped. If your weapon is to realize its potential, it must have full access to this energy. Alas, I fear that my expertise alone has not sufficed to find a solution to this problem. Being the person who reforged your weapon, Gerolt may well possess knowledge that is of use to us. However, you will recall that the man hasn't been exactly accommodating of my request for assistance. Unless some manner of miracle has come to pass, I doubt he would be willing to help me now. But you, my friend, you have something of a rapport with Gerolt, yes? I believe you stand a far better chance of winning him over to our cause. I would be much obliged if you could speak with him in my stead. Let's do that then. Oh, Gerolt. If you're here for a kettle that ain't ready, takes time to get the contours just right, you can? You again! Can't a man mend kettles in peace? What in the seven else do you want this time? Advice on how to enhance your Relic of Health. Well, might be as I can help you, but what's in it for me? Why should I drop me kettle mending so you can kill things better? Because we're friends. You and I and Rowena. You call us friends and say that harlot's name in the same breath? You're a black-hearted bloody bastard, you know that? Fine, I'll hear what Jalzahn has to say. You go and tell him to get his ass over here. Gerolt has agreed to help us. Incredible. I know not what ornate words you used to convince him, but it seems you are as skilled with your tongue as with your weapon. But come, let us waste no time. I'm told you got a question for me, old man. I ain't got all day, so be quick about it. Very well. As you are doubtless aware, with Desiree's assistance, I have sought to recreate our mighty arms as wielded by the Zodiac Braves of legend. Thus far, we have succeeded in... blah 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 blah. So, you want to attune the relic's soul energy to its host, is that right? Precisely, Master Gerolt. Have you any advice to give us regarding this endeavor? Aye, reckon I do. We need to isolate the energy inside the relic from external influence. You see, soul energy naturally becomes attuned to its host through use. Problem is, being composed of aether, that energy is fickle as sin, gets easily distracted by forces outside the host. For attunement to happen, you need to get rid of them pesky outside forces. You can do this by making your weapon aether-tight. Buggered if I know how though, you'll have to work that bit out yourself. Anyway, once your weapon's aether-tight, you just need to use it as usual. Run around and kill things with it. Over time, the energy ought to become one with its host. After that, I imagine you need to undo the Airtightness or the newfound power will remain sealed. Isolation! But of course, this is far simpler and more elegant a solution than I dared to imagine. Now I believe I can readily prepare a glaze that will render the relic impassable to Aether. However, when will we know the sufficient attunement has been achieved and the glaze is ready to be removed? You know them Archons from Sharlayan? They use newfangled goggles that allow the wearer to see traces of Aether. We can make something similar, I reckon. Mind you, we don't need nothing near so sophisticated. A magnifying glass fitted with lenses what crafted from Aether-sensitive material ought to serve our needs. Ah yes, by blending finely ground crystals with glass, it should be possible to create such lenses as you describe. A truly inspired idea. You're a genius, Master Gerolt. Praise is nice and all, but it won't slake a man's thirst. If you want to show your admiration, do it with a drink. But of course, my friend, for your invaluable assistance, I shall distill for you a fiery liquor the likes of which you have never tasted. Ah, now you're talking. You ain't half bad, old man. Now, just so happens I got leftover materials to make our magnifying glasses. I'll get to work on it right away. Inspired by booze. Ready. With this, you'll be able to check out soul attunement levels at a glance. I call it the Zodiac glass. See that you put it to good use, yeah? Your skills are beyond compare, Master Gerolt. For my part, I shall prepare the coating for Desiree's relic anon. When your preparations are in order, come and see me, and we shall make your weapon airtight. I'll take my leave of you. The gods smile upon our endeavor once more, my friend. I shall entrust the Zodiac glass to your care, that you may use it to examine soul attunement levels whenever you desire. Should you misplace it, you will need to speak with Geralt's apprentice. Drake is his name, and he will furnish you with a replacement. As for the airtight coating, I am pleased to say that it's ready. In observance of a fine tradition of naming our creations, it shall be known as Soul Glaze. Present to me the relic you wish enhanced, and I shall coat it with a layer of soul glaze. Thence begins the next stage of our quest to recreate the legendary arms of the Zodiac Braves. It's now possible to upgrade your relics Novus by way of soul glazing. To speak with Jalzahn and select relic weapon Novus Soul Glazing. Novus Soul Glazing. Without further ado, I shall apply Soul Glaze to your weapon. Not a spot shall be left uncoated. Yes, that should do. The relic is now completely airtight. With your weapon in hand, do that which you would do best. Adventure. In due course, the spirit energy it bears shall become fully attuned. Once your relic weapon Novus has achieved full soul attunement, you may present it to Jalzahn to have it enhanced to a relic weapon Nexus. The upgraded weapon will retain the power it received from materia by way of a sphere scroll. It's possible to still alter the sphere scroll stuff you gave it if you talk to Jalzahn. Now, where is this glass? You look, you peer into the Zodiac glass and no activity. What you now do is basically create spirit bond. As you can see, my weapon here has no spirit bond as normal weapons have. And this is represented through the Zodiac glass. And you need a full spirit bond, and so you need to do stuff that gives spirit bond. For example, fates here. Or dungeons, raids, something like that. It can take a long while to actually finish this, and the easiest way to do this, if you want to spend a bit of time and no one else's effort, is undersized party, meaning you turn off the duty, the level sync for the duty, and run Tamtara Deepcroft. I believe it's 43, 44 times. That should be done in, depending on your job, level, equipment, and so on, 4 to 6 minutes a run. Yeah. Or you just do normal content and level to the moon. And that is also an option. Okay, I cut here until I'm done with the solar attunement. Finished. Solar attunement complete. Okay, Jalzahn. Novus enhancement, I believe. Once the soul energy within your relic is attuned, present it to me. I shall remove its coating of soul glaze that its newfound power might be unleashed. Yeah. Mustn't have it equipped. Ah yes, the telltale humming of power yearning to be set free. I scarcely require a Zodiac glass to see that your weapon's soul energy is now fully attuned. The soul glaze coating has served its purpose, but time is ripe for it to come off. This will take but a moment. It is done. Your weapon has awakened to its latent potential. Take it up once more and feel its newfound power coursing through you. Inspire the Nexus for our relic weapon Nexus. Where art thou, Zodiac? Is the next step. This is by far the longest and most expensive step. Desiree, come tell me, how fares your relic? Splendid, splendid. Why, I dare say our efforts with soul energy have been well worth it. I suppose this is when I ordinarily reveal my next grand plan to further enhancing your relic. It shames me to say that I have none to share. Not for a lack of thought, though. I've revised each step of our journey, starting with the relic's initial infusion of Tefnarian mist. From there, I've considered your painstaking collection of crystallized souls and how each of the 12 varieties of Atma were infused into your relic thereafter. I've reflected on asking you to walk in the footsteps of the Zodiac waves and how you absorbed the light of slain souls into your relic. And did not such efforts yield a mightier weapon still? Indeed they did, as did the use of a sphere scroll to imbue your relic with a fortifying strength of materia made into light. Finally, I have dealt upon our application of soul glaze, so that all the energies became aligned with the weapon. By my estimations, you now hold an arm of unparalleled soul attunement because of it. It's been quite a winding road we've walked, but we have traversed it with success. And I would perfect your relic, no matter how long it takes, yet Well, as I said, I've done all I can think to do. The soul within your relic must be close to that of the arm of legend I desire to create. But what comes next? Mayhap the nature of a soul in your relic is lacking? No, that cannot be. Please, Desiree, do not mistake my pessimism for a lack of will. I simply lack for a way. I'm at the wit's end, unable to see the forest for the trees, as it were. Although I'm certainly not without allies. What if Gerolt holds the answer to this particular conundrum? I can't say I relish the notion, but it would be thoughtless to dismiss the man's curious expertise. Could I ask you to approach him in my stead, Desiree? You have convinced the man to lend us his aid before. Perchance you can do so again. If you for your kettle, it ain't ready. Takes time to get the texture just right again. Oh, for the love of gods, it's you! Stop your yearning for Does your yearning for punishment know no bounds? Or is it just that yonder old coot can't get enough of me sparkling personality? So you're both still foundering over that relic of yours. Will I do Jalzahn for adept for that wine? I have a mind to help. Who knows? Might be as there's another bottle of free or fiery liquor in it for me if I do. Oh, Jalzahn, for all the time you spent burying your beak in all the books, how is it you always lost as for what to do with a bleeding relic? Well, never fear. I'm here to bail you out of your predicament. The way I see it, you're trying to better a weapon that can't be improved anymore. You just made the thing into a bleeding picture of perfection. No amount of spit and polish will make it any finer. I suppose I know what you say to be true, but I cannot help but feel there's something more still to be done to realize its potential. I wish we were, seeing as restoring the bloody relic is some of the finest work I've ever done. But if you mean to remake a legendary arm like what the Zodiac Weapons with it, well, you can't do it with this. The weapons are just different, down to the very smithing. But if this relic can never become, has my work been for naught? I must return to my research then. Maybe I will find a clue on some forgotten page. A clue, you say? A clue what unlocks the forgotten way to forge steel? 7 old man, that sounds bleeding interesting. Here, let me take a look at a book or two. Can't very well call myself the best smithy in the land if there's a technique beneath the sun I don't know, can I? Your skill is not in doubt, Gerolt, but precious few descriptions of the arms of legends' appearances remain, and accounts of their fashioning are fewer still. Even this, my most comprehensive tome, holds but snippets. It would take a genius to understand. Can't you remember who you're talking to, old man? If the greatest weaponsmith in all the realm can't figure it out, no one can. Let's give it a read. Well, blow me down. This some bleeding brilliant smithing what written here. Me finest kettlework pales in comparison. Gods, I have a mind to try me hand at this. But, well, you're welcome to the techniques, but what of the materials? I dare say you cannot find the catalyst the ancients used for soul infusion in this age. Simply put, we cannot just recreate a legendary arm. Might be as you have a point there. Given the right stuff in the picture, I could fashion a fair likeness of a Zodiac Brave's arm, but I'm well bugged as to how you might infuse it with soul. I doubt tough name mist might do the job. Could do the job. The relics infused with soul and fortified with Atma and spite of materia made light. 7 else, I got it. What? Break out your strongest blackout mon. There is a way to recreate an arm of legend. See? The Relic's got the right bleeding soul energy. We just need to get that to ascend to a legendary host. Ascend the soul into a new host. My friend, should you but prove yourself here, I will sing your praises not only as the greatest weaponsmith of the realm, but the greatest of our era. Huh, I'll have you singing like a canary by the time I'm through, but let's not forget about Geralt's payment. A bottle of free or fairy liquor, eh? Good. Now first we have to assemble a few raw materials. Just cause I have an inkling of how to forge an arm of legend, don't mean I know what it's supposed to look like. I need a tome that will tell me about the original's appearance. Seeing as you've bartered for books by yourself in the past, I'll leave the finding of a bleeding thing to you. I've no mind to get pecked by the harpies around Revenant's Toll. Next, we need something to forge the host. You're about as like to find what were used eras ago as I am to find sobriety, so we'll just have to use the next best thing. Whatever that is. Aye, what we're looking for is the most versatile of materials that can be formed into anything. I have a feeling something like that can be bought for all the gil in Eorzea, so we want to talk to a bloke what's wise in way of crafting and gathering. Now, if you can lay hands on that for the new host, then we have to deal with infusing it with soul energy. That means some mighty special form of materia. Might be as of an idea of where we get our materia, so don't worry about that for now. Cause I'm not certain how we infuse it with a host, seeing as this new materia is 100 times more powerful than ordinary gobs of the stuff. Could we not channel the energy of this highly potent materia into another sphere scroll? It is a method that has served us well in the past. Unless, of course, the materia is so powerful it would incinerate a standard sphere scroll. Is it even possible to contain such energy? I know little of sphere scrolls beyond that which you have shared with me. However, Master Mutamix and his disciples of the bonfire may have the answer. And we need a catalyst for materia's transformation to light. I suspect, however, that no ordinary Alexandrite would suffice for this. You would do well to seek a strange fellow styling himself a treasure hunter. I have heard he found an exotic stone, and I'm certain the man, and those close to him, cannot be difficult to find. You come straight back here when you've gathered all the bits and bobs together. As much as I thought I had enough of you, I know I can stand a little more. If it means seeing a real armor legend come together, and the soul of your relic ascend. Yeah. Soul Ascension is now available. We need 4 pieces, you heard that. We need a special piece of Alexandrite. We need a better sphere scroll. We need a material that is versatile like nothing else. And we need a book that contains a description of how the weapon is supposed to look like. Those are 4 separate quests, basically. We start with a spear scroll because this is in Central Fanalan, and all the other items are in Revenant's Toll. This is Atkinian. You're the one who's trafficked with Huberton and Square Scores, yes? Then stop moving toward him. I said stop moving. Perhaps you do not yet know me, but you will soon. Soon all will know Atkin, Master Mutamix's right hand. Now, what is it you want? A Square Scroll, I knew it. You came to sup at Huberton's knowledge without paying me any heed. Tut, miss. No more, I say. Huberton has milked your dealings enough. Today I shall fashion the scroll you seek, and gain Master Mutamix's respect in so doing. Now hush, I must think. Channeling materia of power beyond compare into an empty host. Tricky. Only an ink with an unholy level of ethereal conductivity would suffice. Ha! Huberton's beloved superior enchanted ink would combust, transferring such energy into his sphere skull. What was it Huberton's note said? Something on the lines of a kill the 4 kings, disfigured, imprisoned, unchained, and forgotten? But why? That's right, for the blood. The answer, miss, is an ink distilled from blood. Yes, the blood of these so-called kings, which you will be harvesting. Now, your first target is the king disfigured. I believe it can be found in the Wondrous Palace. I'm unsure what it actually is. It's a Tonberry king. So I say, slay anything that moves. Yes, the palace was once sacred ground, but neither the long dead of Nim nor myself care. Now go to your grisly task and do not return without the blood. As I said, go to Wondrous Palace. By the way, you do not have to do these quests, these dungeons you have to do here with the job. If you want to do this with another job, perhaps one you have level to 80 already, and just quickly run through alone, you are free to do so. And I'm back. I got the blood of a Tonberry king. Is already done, miss. Have you a vial of the king disfigured's blood? Tonberry king blood. Yes, how disgusting. See how it oozes, miss? This viscosity means untold power. I shall begin to distill the essence from this blood, and you will not trouble me with languid questions while I'm at it. By which I mean, miss, that our cause will be better served if we make a way to Copperbell Mines. It is home to Oranos, the king imprisoned. We seek its blood. Now leave me to my experiments, and I leave you to the slaying. Goodbye. And I'm back out of Copperbell Mines' heart. Atkin? Oranos' might is quite legendary. Are you certain you can handle the leader of a hackathon cheers? See for yourself. Yes, splendid. 3 centuries beneath the ground that's imbibed have imbued the hackathon chairs with unnatural vitality born of malice. I'm astounded that you survived, in truth. We draw nearer and nearer to our goal. You have no qualms of drawing blood again, yes? Good, then cross the Duxie's pole to Hullbreaker Isle and kill the king unchained. Anyway, off to the dungeon Hullbreaker Isle. Now, Atkin. I am back, and with the next set of blood. What is that awful scent? Oh, it's you. And the stench of a Doxy's pole, I suppose. Have I lost my mind, or is this blood blue? What a foul stench. Still, it ill suits an alchemist of my status to bemoan the odorous. Master Mutamix will no doubt look on me with respect if I can transform this skunk into ink. Of course, all this rests upon you obtaining 4 kinds of blood. You must still slay the king forgotten, miss. The sunken temple of corn is where you are like to find it. Nothing is known of the blood's owner, but the substance itself is said to be full of magics. Why, I even heard it can animate stone. Perhaps the walking statue is the king forgotten? And that means going to the sunken temple of Khan Heart. Okay, and the 4th vial of blood. Huberton, oh Huberton, I am worthier than you, and when you have fallen from Master Mutamix's good graces, I shall laugh and laugh and laugh. Anyway, here's your blood. So, this is the blood of a king forgotten. Yes, you have done alchemy a great service by finding this, miss. Well, can we not now distill 4 kings' blood into an ink most conductive of aether? No, not yet. This ink is my chemical masterpiece, and I shall not see its power lessened by something so base as parchment. So, while I finish mixing the elements of the ink, you may busy yourself with finding a page of perfect vellum to write upon, and a pinch of perfect pounds to ensure the ink's adhesion. It matters not to me whether you pilfer or purchase them. Make them by reusing pieces of aged goods from the Silver Bazaar for all I care. One way or the other, kindly go now. A genius is working. As you can see, you deliver a page of perfect vellum, high quality, and perfect pounds, high quality. These are crafting recipes of a mastery 1 variety. Perfect pounds is alchemy. And perfect vellum, leather working. Always you have stuff you can just farm. Pumice, shark oil is craftable. Everlaus is fishing, and electrum sand is mining. But you also have these dried ether and aged vellum. And as he said, you get these materials from the Silver Bazaar in Western Fanaland. Okay, now I'm in the Silver Bazaar. Here in the corner of a Western Fanaland, and this merchant offers aged stuff. And what you need is an aged vial. I tried with 5 first. And I believe, yeah, aged grimoire. Where are we? And now you desynthesis and hope for the crafting items you need. For example, now. Desynthesis entire stack, sure. And it doesn't always have to work, as you can see. Of these 5, I got 2 aged vellums. And where is the... Actually, don't see it. Can I not buy it? Or am I just blind? No, I have it. Yeah, I'm blind. Sure, it's right here. Vitriol, another vitriol, natron, brimstone, and natron. Okay. Anyway, this is how this works. So I now gather the necessary ingredients, and then we start crafting. Okay, and I crafted. Lust, by which I mean, oh, happy day you are returned, miss. And no doubt with vellum and pounds, yes? Yes, exquisite, really. I owe you a debt of gratitude or something. But really, must you always be so damned quick? My apologies, miss. I simply need more time, confounded. The ink is proving trickier than I anticipated. My best attempts are failures, and I do not like it. But you will help just one last time, yes? What I'm saying is, of course you will. Now, I need a bombard core to heat the blood and sacred spring water in which to suspend the distillation. And fluoride sand should bring the ethereal conductivity of the ink to new heights. No doubt you can find the pulverized alloys somewhere in the north. After all, those Ishgardians use it in the building of their castles. Okay, this is the expensive part of the quest. As he said, you can find fluoride sand from the Ishgardians, and you have to buy it. It's not cheap. At all. And it's here in Whiteburn Front now. Fluoride sand for 100,000 gil. And the Bombard Core I bought a while ago from the Grand Company. I believe you need at least the Lieutenant rank for that. But it costs 20,000 company seals. And the Sacred Spring Water can be bought for tombstones from Oriana. Sacred Spring Water here. 200 tombstones. We only need one for him, but I already buy two, okay? And now come back to Atkin, sorry. Yes, yes, yes! Victory shall be mine soon. So soon. I will complete my long labors and take my rightful place beside Master Mutamix. Few white sand, Sacred Spring Water, and the Bombard Core. Miss, you have what I desire, yes? Oh, how wonderful a friend, how true an ally. I will dip my quill into our ink, and with trembling fingers draw symbols of power upon the vellum. The completion of your scroll is now at hand. Yes, yes. I need but a few moments, alone. You may have the scroll, but not the secrets of my craft. They are mine, I tell you. Mine. Done. It is done. This contrivance will surely make me Master Mutamix's strong right hand. Huberton's day is done, and mine is newly dawned. Yet, well, I suppose it was Huberton who taught me a theory of sphere scrolls, and the adventurer did work long and hard in service of this. Perhaps I should offer my thanks to the pair? I do so amuse myself. The very notion that my genius is less than anyone else's is ludicrous, but their contributions shall not be forgotten when I become Master Mutamix's right hand. Well, miss, here it is, Eorzea's first Zodiac scroll. Take it, with my wish, that it serves in your pursuit of a perfect weapon. And our first item of 4 is finally done. Now, we can repeat the quest for the next Zodiac weapon whenever we want to do so. Whenever we want to create such a thing. The other 3 quests all start here in Revenant's Toll. One with Guiding Star, one with Papana, and one with Brangwyn. A treasured mother is the quest. We get flawless Alexandrite. Why, if it isn't the nice woman who wanted all those maps? What brings you Brangwyn's way? Alexandrite? Oh, that bit of crystal my son brought home? I've been using it to brighten up my garden. But if it means that much to you, I suppose I could part with it. Well, in exchange for a few things anyway. It's just a few things that I have wanted for of late, and certainly nothing an adventurer like yourself should have any trouble with. Do we have a deal? Good. Well, the first thing I would like you to bring me is a Bombard Core. I just have to drop it into the bath and presto, boiling water to soak my bones in. Next, I should like some Sacred Spring Water. My neighbor swears by it for getting stains out of dirty clothing. And lastly, I need a new teapot, a proper brass one. I should like something a bit easier to use than the chipped earthenware one I have now. I'm sure you can barter or buy Bombard Cores or spring water, though I do not know where. But I do believe you are like to find metal kettles in the North Shard. Can I not just craft you one myself? Because yes, this brass kettle I buy now is another 100,000 gil. You get it here in Hearthmill from, I believe, you, right? The tool supplier? Yeah. A stunning teapot, neither too short nor too stout, forged by master craftsman Gerolt in his never-ending pursuit of a perfect kettle. And that is all I wanted. My, that was quick. Are you sure you have everything? Even the brass kettle? Dearie me, aren't these lovely? Thank you, young one. I wish I could afford to buy such goods every day, but I have been tightening the purse strings of late. I should like to leave my son a tidy sum after I die. Not too much, of course, but enough that he can find a home for himself. Would that my husband was alive to watch over Aldrin while after I'm gone. Yet it's not to dwell on what could have been. I must set my son on his own 2 feet. Yeah, perhaps. Remember, his son was a drunkard and treasure hunter. Mark my words, young one. Treasure hunting will not end well for him. The same as, well, never mind too. The point is, nothing I say can convince him to give it up. Perhaps it could carry more weight coming from an adventurer? Well then, I have another task for you. Persuade my son to stop chasing treasure. He's somewhere in Western Lanosea, I believe. If you can make him see the folly of his ways, then the crystal is yours. In Western Lanosea, in Swiftperch. Day in, day out, hunch and hunch. But I got nothing to show for me troubles. It's been years before I can bring my any bloody shear. Cause plummeting to me death won't make her less glum either. Ah, where do you... Oh, get here, by God's guts. I need something to show my nerves after the start you gave me. You came on Mouth's behalf? I wager she wants you to put pay to me treasure hunting days. Save your sermon, friend. I'm not changing my ways. Ultimate a treasure hunter through and through. Hell, I couldn't earn enough gil for watery grog if I tried me and not something else. I know in my heart of hearts that me one great treasure's still out there, and I ain't quitting till I got it. Cause no one said I've got to go on me own. How do you feel about hunting meat treasure for me? I just traded my last pair of socks for a tip or 3. See? There is riches lost somewhere in Underport Keep, Farah Sirius, and the Tamtara Deepcroft. Now, they're a bit too perilous for old Aldrin, but a venture like you will be just fine, won't we? And if any of those treasures big enough for me and Ma to live like kings, then I solemnly swear to give up treasure hunting. Cross me out. And we need to do these 3 dungeons now. Okay, see you when I'm done. Okay, finished with the 3 dungeons. Earthwin. I smell. It ain't a sweet scent of treasure, is it? Free coverage, and that a wondrous sight, friend. Let me pry this open and see what's inside. I'll tell you, I haven't been so excited for... Nothing? What? Which ain't nothing but a bunch of queer knickknacks. What wanky scrot thought this shite was worth keeping in a treasure coffer? Oh well, old Edwin, don't get disheartened that easily. Might be I should have got a trick up my sleeve. There's another lost treasure. And you are going to find it for me in the stone vigil. I do it myself, but I've tired myself out from all this shouting. Yep. And the 4th dungeon. Be right back. I'm back. Did you find something with stone, little friend? Amazing bloody venture you are. I can almost taste the treasure from here. Let's open her up, huh? Knickknacks? Again? I was so sure that... I mean, a bloody lost treasure of a stone virgil? Yes, I've been at this. And for what? But 12 telling me something, and I'm bound to listen. The message is loud and clear. Keep treasure hunting. The more I struggle now, the bigger me fine will be. Until I get me one and only, there ain't no reason to give up treasure hunting. Sorry for expecting another answer, friend. Don't screw up your face like that. All Earth then leave you with a little secret. Tailor-made eel pie and a piece of perfect cloth. Give that pair to Ma and she'll give you whatever you want. Ma ain't so bad, even with her fussing. I know she's got my best interest at heart. She's just threatened so I don't go the same way as Pa. May you rest in peace. Died chasing dreams of wealth, Pa did. I only became a treasure hunter to walk in his footsteps. I means to find everything he saw and make Ma happy along the way. Well now, you know what I can't stop. Anyway, it might be as you can make Ma's treat for something old in the Silver Bazaar. Now I'm off to the tavern in search of a new treasure. And we need to craft a tailor-made eel pie and a piece of perfect cloth, which are also Mastery 1 recipes for Weaver and for Culinarian respectively. Now I've already done this off screen, so let's return to Brangman. You were gone for a while, the adventurer. Does that mean my son has come to the... You have something to give me? Tailor-made eel pie and a piece of perfect cloth. My favorite eel pie and some beautiful cloth for my needlework. And Elvin told you to get them, you say? That son of mine, remembering what is dear to my heart. He might not have too much betwixt we, but he has a good heart. My late husband was just the same, always chasing his dreams. Now my son's the very same. Little wonder he's off on yet another treasure hunt. And dearie me, I had you running about after him. Thank you for trying. I should say you have more than earned this crystal. That we get the flawless Alexandrite. And with a Zodiac scroll and a piece of flawless Alexandrite, we have what we need to transfer our relic's power into a better weapon. Now we need the materials to craft that weapon, but we won't do it this episode. That will be next time. Next episode? Probably not do it, just, but another time. Anyway, until next time, I am Ace, and don't get lost.